Hi there, I'm Jean-François Desoutter, Head of Quality, International Rankings and Accreditations at the Solvay Brussels Schools of Economics and Management, which is part of the Université Libre de Bruxelles. I hope you will enjoy this video, which is about digital education in practice. And more specifically about the students' employability through their digital competencies. I will explore what graduates of higher education need to know and do in terms of digital competencies and behaviors, taking the Université Libre de Bruxelles as an example. The video is divided into three parts. The first is about the strengths and weaknesses in digital skills among students at the Free University of Brussels. The second is an analysis of the digital skills covered in all programs at ULB. The third focuses on the disciplines of economics and management at the school I work at, and we will finish with a little group activity. The first part of this video is about a study on digital skills of students that was conducted by Sylviane Bachy, who is head of the Student Support Services at the Free University of Brussels, and how universities can help students improve. The study used an online survey and group discussions. It followed the DICCOMP European Guide for Digital Skills. A total of 316 students completed the survey, including the bachelor students in their first year and others in their last year of the master's. The study was done during the COVID-19 period. One of the first findings of the survey is that globally, students understand the importance of digital skills, both for their studies, personal and professional life. Most are motivated to learn more throughout their studies. They are good at basic communication online, and their skills improve during university. Other findings of the survey is that students face three big challenges in terms of digital skills across all 5 DICCOM domains: information processing, communication and collaboration, content creation, safety, and problem solving. First of all, they start university with very low digital skills. Secondly, creating content such as reports and structured documents with a word processor like Microsoft Word, presentations with dedicated software such as PowerPoint, and analyzing data through a spreadsheet in Excel appears to be a major weakness. Finally, many of them face difficulties with online safety, with little knowledge about protecting their data and their privacy. For example, using a strong password is not something obvious for all of them. The sample reveals that the students in science and technology seem to do better than those in health or humanities. But even inside the same program, there are big differences between students. For example, the average score of technology skills for students in science and technology was about 61%, compared to 57% for students in health sciences and only 50% for students in humanities. The link between technology and the discipline also changes by field. In science and technology, this link improved from 46% to 63% during university. For engineering students, the improvement was even bigger, from 41 to 75%, but in pure sciences, the change was small, only 55 to 58%. In humanities, the link stayed very low, from 36 to 40%. This means that students in some programs may finish university without strong digital skills for their discipline. Finally, even inside the same program, the differences can be huge. For example, in law, 2 students had opposite profiles. There was one who had almost no digital skills and was not motivated at all, while the other one reached expert level in all areas. So, motivation and personal experience do matter a lot. Universities can do 5 simple things to help students improve their digital skills. First of all, they can let students check their own skills with short self-assessment tests. This helps them to know what they already know and what they need to learn. Secondly, they can offer easy workshops on basic digital tools like creating documents, searching information, and staying safe online. Third, the teachers should show digital skills in their classes. For example, how to use online platforms or prepare digital assignments. Fourth, they can create discussion groups about digital life and culture. This will help students understand why digital skills matter for work and society. And finally, they can set up peer support by pairing students who are good with technology with those who need help. This makes learning easier and more friendly. The second part of this video will be about the digital education offer across different disciplines and programs of study in universities, taking the example of the Free University of Brussels. As a matter of fact, universities should prepare students for a world where technology is part of every discipline. The expected graduate outcomes should combine common digital skills and attitudes for all students, but also with specific competencies adapted to each field of study. The approach follows the European DICCOMP framework and ensures that graduates can learn, work, and participate in society confidently and critically and responsibly. Students of all disciplines need to acquire 5 key skills. First, the ability to find and check information online. Second, to communicate and collaborate using digital tools. Third, to create and edit digital content in different formats. Fourth, to stay safe online and protect personal data. And last, to use digital tools to solve problems. Along these skills, students need the right attitudes, being ready to co-create and innovate, thinking about ethics in AI and data use, and working together to solve problems. In addition to these skills in common, subject-specific skills may be required. Students in law need to use legal databases and digital archives for research and understand privacy and data protection laws. In social sciences, students should be able to analyze social media, data, and trends and design online surveys while managing data ethically. In languages and communication, students must be able to create multimedia content like podcasts, videos, and analyze online communication, use AI tools for translation and content generation in an ethical way. Students in health and medicine must use apps and connected devices for monitoring and diagnostics. They must be able to protect sensitive health data and comply with confidentiality rules. They should also be able to create digital content for patient education, such as videos or infographics. In engineering, students must often work with simulation software and CAD tools for the design. They need to collaborate on digital blueprints and apply digital tools to monitor infrastructure and environmental data. In economics and management, students must use data visualization tools to interpret economic trends. They should also be able to manage professional profiles on job platforms like LinkedIn and apply digital marketing strategies to analyze consumer behavior online. Students in information and computer technology should be able to develop and test applications and mobile apps. They must use AI systems responsibly in the design and decision making and participate in hackathons and master spaces to co-create digital solutions. Now we're going to have a closer look at the educational offer throughout all programs and disciplines at the Free University of Brussels. To do so, I extracted the entire list of 6,000 course descriptions by field of study, and I used Microsoft Copilot to analyze if what future graduates learn really aligns with the DICOM framework and also if this is in line with what the job market expects from them. Analyzing the complete course offer without AI would have been impossible. Due to the complexity of mandatory and optional courses in the programs, I found that in some cases, the graduates may lack strong digital skills, even though they are important for their future job. So we're going to start with architecture, where more than half of the 173 course descriptions include at least one digital skill from the DICCOMP. The main focus seems to be on information and data literacy, followed by communication and collaboration, and creating digital content. Unfortunately, safety and privacy seem to be less covered, with only 15% of the courses. In law and criminology, digital skills are mostly about legal research, data analysis, and digital tools. Some courses mention AI and academic integrity, but advanced skills are optional. In public health, more than half of the courses include digital skills, mainly about data literacy and problem solving with some online collaboration. Few courses cover content creation and data protection. In engineering, the Polytechnic School, about 20% of courses go beyond basic IT. They focus on creating and managing digital content and collaborative workflows. In economics and management, most courses include digital skills, using data, digital analysis, teamwork online, and respecting privacy rules. In health and movement sciences, students learn to use online platforms, analyze data, use statistical software, and interpret medical images. The skills prepare them for research and clinical work. Now, in the field of literature, languages, and communication, students learn to analyze texts and media with digital tools, write academic and creative work, work online together, and respect copyright. In the field of medicine, digital skills are essential for daily work and research. The students need to manage data, search scientific information, and present results clearly. They must also respect digital ethics and protect patient data. It's a bit similar in pharmacy, where students need skills for safe practice, data management, online research, and digital tools for analysis and collaboration. In philosophy and social sciences, students should know how to search online, analyze texts, create presentations, and work digitally. In education and psychology and speech therapy, teachers and students use spreadsheets, video platforms, and learning systems. They also create fun activities and multimedia for active learning. The ethical use of AI is also important. Finally, students in science need digital tools for data analysis, statistics, and modeling to work faster and smarter. While many programs at ULB integrate digital skills, the coverage is uneven and sometimes limited to basic competencies. This raises an important question. Do these skills truly meet the expectations of employers and the needs of graduates in practice? To explore this question, let's focus on one discipline, economics and management, where we have direct feedback from students and follow-up data from the graduates. This will help us understand the gap between what is offered and what is really needed on the job market. When we ask our students about the content of our programs, they say they learn to use digital platforms and online resources pretty well. They develop strong skills in data analysis and statistics. Some courses even teach Excel and basic coding. Research methods often use digital tools, and students have access to scientific databases and online collaboration tools. But students also point out some weaknesses in terms of digital skills. They want more practical training in coding. They say there are few courses on AI, machine learning, or big data. Digital content creation is rather limited, and advanced tools for data visualization are missing. Students also ask for more on cybersecurity and digital ethics. When we also look at what they become upon graduation, one detail is striking. More and more students and graduates follow specific training modules related to the reinforcement of their digital skills. For example, when we look at the career outcomes of the business engineers who graduated in 2022, 25% of them had completed one or more additional training courses up to 12 months upon graduation, and some had even attended them during their studies. These additional courses show strong demand for advanced digital skills. Many choose certifications in data analysis and data science, which relates to the DIGCOMP areas like information and data literacy and problem solving. They also focus on Python, AI, machine learning, and big data, which are part of digital content creation and advanced problem solving. Tools like Power BI, Google Analytics, Databricks, and Azure strengthen their ability to manage and visualize data, again linked with the information and data literacy framework. Some also follow training in cybersecurity and digital ethics, which are part of the safety competence in the DIGCOMP. Finally, courses on SAP, Anaplan, and project management tools show the need for collaborative digital environments connected to communication and collaboration in the DIGCOMP. The study also showed that 9% also enrolled in a whole extra year as a second or complementary master's degree, which for most of them was on data science. When looking at the graduates from other degrees like business economics and management science, the tendency is pretty much the same. So we have seen that students are perfectly aware that digital skills are very important, but many still have weaknesses when they leave university. Some learn extra skills after graduation because they need them for their work. This shows that universities must do more to integrate digital skills into their courses and programs. Now, let us think together. How can you include more digital skills in your own courses and programs at your respective institutions? What can teachers do in class to help students to become ready for the digital world? To explore this, we are going to do a short activity. First, you're going to take 5 minutes to think individually about one course you teach or you know well. It doesn't matter whether you work in a higher education, a secondary, or even primary school, the approach and logics remain the same. Think about the digital skills that are already included in this course or program and those that are missing, but may be important for pupils who will then go to university or the students who will then enter the job market. Then, in small groups, you share your ideas. You choose one concrete action to add or reinforce a digital skill within a course or a dedicated course or in a program. For example, you can add a small project using data analysis tools, include a short session on online safety, or use a collaborative platform for group work. You may also find inspiration from this presentation and especially from slide number 10. Finally, each group will share one idea with everyone, evaluate the human and financial feasibility, think about all aspects before concluding. I hope this video was informative. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the other modules.